this is the, let's say, last step that can be taken as an idea.
I would like to share about this space that you find just when you go back off a little bit from your mind. I've known this space. I realize, I don't realize now that I've known it, but I realize now that, is this it? Because I've known this space for years. And in recent years I've noticed I've noticed a use for it to go, when I get caught up too much in my mind and get some perspective. But other than that, well, I think, cool space. But I didn't know what it was. And just something constant that when I am in contact with it, it just feels like it has always been there. An emptiness with fullness, it feels like. So, well, I've always thought that I was looking for something else.
Yes.
So, in a way, it's a very little thing that I've got from being here, but it's very significant, and it's this whole retreat has just been one flood of one beautiful experience after the other.
You know what it's saying? There's a saying I said a few times. We want to taste the honey. We don't want to be the honey. Just I put it out again. Sometimes, now you've discovered this space. See? But I don't want to leave you feeling that that's a space you can go to. Actually, this space is you. Something hasn't really crossed over, it seemed like that. There's still an I who go to this space. And maybe that can feel, you know what, this is kind of enough for now. Because you show me the way and somehow I can go there. I just have to close my eyes and just don't touch anything. And I'm in that space again. And it's beautiful. But there's a duality here. And don't let duality be your final seeing. That which feels, although it feels very much, myself is this, the one having experiences, and even enlightenment becomes an experience. He says, whose experience is it? They say, well, mine, of course, no. And who are you? Who are you? Just give a little bit more energy for this. Who are you? Because maybe there something wants to preserve a sense of myself that, you know, it's not bad, it's got some little quirky bits, but I'm pretty okay actually. And if I can only kind of be more and more in that space, you see, I like being in this space because here I'm just like untouched and something that's so natural, so simple. But I'm still persisting a little, you see, to say, I'm still persisting to push a bit, you see. This is the, let's say, last step that can be taken as an idea, which is that which comes out and returns to this beautiful space. Is that the ultimate one? This is what I want to ask. Which is greater? That space, which from the person's perspective feels just like a space. There's nothing more. It's just a space. Nothing's there. There's nothing other. There's no separation or nothing. But it's just a space. Whereas in me, there's the dynamic life. All this is still here. I can have all of this and I can go to that space. Is it? No. So, which is greater? The one who has a life, so to speak, and can move into the space of being, and then sometimes just find that I'm kind of away from this a bit, but I have to remember that I can do this again. Or the space itself, which does not move. But it's a limitation to call it just a space, because it's not just a space. In fact, there are no words in any language that can convey what this is. You see? Home. Home means somebody lives there. And it's difficult to say, I am that. Once someone said here, actually, you know, I find it difficult to say, I am that. I said, yes, you cannot say, I am that. Only that can say, I am that. What is the difference, you see? As long as there's a feeling of me, we should just keep looking. Nothing wrong. It's beautiful. What has happened, your satsang has deepened, but it's not enough for me that you leave here with the memory of a beautiful experience. You see? Not for nostalgia, but for transcendence. That you see that what is here, whether you want to call it I or you or no, but just that it's so clear here. What is here cannot go and come. As a human being found anything that is so constant or stable in all that we have experienced? Have anybody found that which is consistent? I can say, this I know as a fact. This I am sure of. This I'm sure of. Have you found this thing? What is it? What are you sure of? One thing that you're sure, totally sure about. You're in a good position to say.
Well, I'm sure of this space.
You're sure of that?
Of this space.
You're sure of this space.
It doesn't require me to sit down with closed eyes to find it, but and I'm not saying that I'm satisfied with just and then fine. But it's an important step.
It's a very important step. It's a very important step. Many people, they'll be content. Thank you. That's been a success. But I'm still irritatingly pushing something because there's no difference actually for what you are and that. There really is no difference, except there's still some thought is there. And I don't know if I should even bother talking like this. Because I can say, well done. And well done. It's good. Something, this discovery has happened, and the space of being, we know that it's like, and you say as well, it seems like a kind of constant. And there's nobody keeping it. It's there. You see? It's there. And I don't know if I'm saying to a you to do something. I don't know if I'm saying to a you to do something. Like a person who has to make a thing to do something. I'm only I only ask something. Don't say, try and be that space. That can be heard in some space. Someone can hear this. But more, just keep examining the person for total credibility. The one who comes and goes. Really look and see. Stop and look and see. Yeah, something says, I can go there and be there. That feels completely. But who is it? Who will come? Who comes and goes? And if there's one who comes and goes, what is this one coming and going? Stay with this. Keep playing with it. Play with it. Just keep doing this. Don't say, okay, I'm trying to become the absolute. No. Just keep looking at the eye. Yes. I used to say, look at the eye, study it completely. Look under the kilt of eye. Examine completely. If it can be caught, then also, if it, sometimes people say, I can't actually find anything. So, that's good. Who is making this discovery also? Who is saying, I can't find anything? Can this be found? Then don't go into talk, just follow through. This final cleaning, this final looking, this beautiful looking had become a deep fascination for those we call sages. They wouldn't give up. Say, still there's something here. This feeling of me, and something is me who is saying, this is really good, I can see it, but let's see if the one who can see can be seen. They stayed with it, and then somehow, I don't know what happened, something. Either you cannot speak for a while or something happened. Because we have sat together, and then I feel I must still push. You see, because you have discovered. Who are you who have discovered? A person, the mind, consciousness, what is it that's making this discovery? When you say I, what is the content, the substance of I? These things you can sit by yourself and just keep pondering over and over again. It becomes very sweet. There are some fruits, when you bite them at first, they taste a bit, but the more you, they release their sweetness. If you stay with this, it becomes very sweet. There's a joy that just holds your attention because something is burning away, and replacing that burning is because maybe when you're in the height of your seeing, it feels, yes, it's very clear for me that this is always here. But the mind has wide abilities also. And you may find yourself going, I don't know, these days I'm just not thinking about that anymore. And somehow I kind of know that, but somehow, I don't know, just, my business has gone broke, or my wife's just had a baby, or some other thing comes and go, whoa, and you're in that. But for one who knows, everything can come together and cannot pull you away from this. This is the difference. Whatever can come. You lose your leg, the doctor tells you, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We have to remove your genitals. Okay. You cannot remove what I am. No news is going to overwhelm you somehow. You'll be surprised to find out. that something you think is going to just paralyze your whole being, in the hearing of it, still the fullness of what is remains undiminished in you. This is why I keep pushing, push, push, push. Don't come home with a trophy. I throw your trophy. And the one who has earned it. You be what you cannot not be, consciously. You're there, you're there, you're there, you see. Something is still here, like a finger moving in front like this. And you something is there. I want to encourage you, this very great, but not enough. Once a man called from Paris. I think Nataraj knows who he is. And he said, hello Mooji. I said, hi, how are you? Ah, where are you? I'm in Paris. And, I'm still at work. How are you doing? Well, I don't know. It's been a very tough day. My mind is just so confused. I felt to call you. But you know what? It's okay. In another hour, I'll finish. I'll go home and I'll get into that bath and it'll be fine. No. No. You see, why wait an hour to be what you are now? The mind says, it's fine, you're stressed, but in 1 hour, you'll be home. Slip into that lovely tub, and everything will be okay. And I said, no, it is okay now. And he said, thank you. It's not good enough. An hour to be fine is not good enough. It's just a thought. You believe in it, and in that hour, maybe it happens. You slip into your nice bath, feels very good. And maybe it doesn't happen. On the way, some other thing come, and you miss your bath. And then you feel, this is too much, this is too much all day. You see like this. These are the things that is troubling you. But the sage in you is not troubled. The sage that you are, your own Buddha consciousness, is not troubled by that. So be there. How are you going to be there? To see what appears to be there as you and knowing it is not. And keep knowing. Nobody can keep a state of mind going. It's just not like that. By the law of the universe, one thing will replace another. Changes will happen. In the realm of the relative, changes are the norm. It's amazing. Mind is afraid of change. Yet it loves life. And life is change. The mind is afraid of change. It might be too big, I have to do something. But it loves life. And life is change. So what a predicament. You, on the other hand, have the capacity to observe that changes are happening from the place of the unchanging. There's something here which is just still. It didn't become still. If anything becomes still, it is the mind. But this itself is stillness. It's our real place. When a human being knows this, really, beyond intimately, just know it with your full being, then everything becomes lighter, easier. You're not managing existence. Your life is at one with a flow with the cosmic river called life. In that river, there are bumps and splashes and dead things floating and all kinds of stuff. But that's not what the river is.
Thank you.
Thank you.